Hello everyone and welcome to Crafts Forever 94. For today's video, I will be doing the first of my Pokemon Perler tutorial series. Since this is the first video that I'm doing of this series, I'll be elaborating a lot more on how or why I did things a certain way. But for the future videos of the Pokemon Perlers, my commentary may not be needed as much, so please bear with me for just this one. So the first Pokemon we will start with is Bulbasaur. Now, what I like to do is have a sketch of what I want my final product to be, and so this picture here is the general outline of what I envision my Bulbasaur to look like. I used colored pencils and I found out that using graph paper is really helpful in this step because you can match up the squares on these papers to basically any Perler pegboard you plan to use. For the sake of the tutorial, I'll be using a computer-generated version of what's essentially a graph paper so that it's easier to see on your part. At your end, all you have to do is match up your Perler beads with the placements of what will be on your screen in a minute or so. Now the materials you'll need to make Bulbasaur is a pegboard workspace with the dimensions of 19 by 20, and keep in mind that's rows by columns. You'll need a total of 6 colors, that being black, red, white, dark green, pastel green, and kiwi lime. As you can see, I'm going to start off with black, which is going to act as an outline to Bulbasaur. I like to start off this way because it actually makes filling it in with the other colors a lot easier, and you'll see what I mean by the end of the video. So for the amount of blacks, you'll need about 79 pieces, and like I mentioned before, all you have to do is fill in your pegboard to match what I have on the screen here. Now we are just going to use 2 pieces of the red colors for the eyes. And we need about 6 pieces of the white Perler beads to help distinguish Bulbasaur's eyes and feet from the rest of the body. Because I'm already working on a white background, you can't see where the placement is if I just left it white. So in this case, and in any future videos that have the white Perler beads in it, I'm going to indicate where it is using a gray circle, and when you fill in the project with the final color, you'll be able to actually see how the whites play a part in the overall picture. To help form the outline of Bulbasaur's bulb, as well as some of the darker shades of the body, we are going to need about 63 dark green Perler beads. To add more shading to the bulb, we're going to use 28 kiwi lime Perler beads. Finally, we are filling up the rest of the body with the pastel green colored beads. And like I mentioned earlier, now you can actually see where the white colored beads are as well. So in this final part, I have the final computer-generated image of Bulbasaur on the left, and then on the top right, I have a picture of what your final product should look like, using the actual beads itself. Below that photo, I just have smaller versions of it, because for me, when you look at a Perler creation from afar, it kind of makes your product identifiable with whatever it is you're trying to make. In other words, a close-up version may not look too much like a Bulbasaur right now, but when you view it from afar, it does tend to look more like a Bulbasaur. Anyways, thanks for watching. If this tutorial helped you out with making a Bulbasaur Perler, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions or concerns, place them in the comments below. And if you want to continue with the Pokemon Perler tutorial series, be sure to subscribe to my channel. Have a nice day and see you next time.